Hello. Hello and welcome to my discussion.
Humble abode.
My humble abode. It actually is my humble abode. It's
Yeah.
really beautiful, isn't it?
It is.
Show 'em the room.
Done a really good
Yeah, you're in a little tour.
You want a 360? That's my lamp and artwork that my mate stole for me. My my Red Bull fridge. This is Marcel, who's sitting in my bed.
Who's a vegan.
Vegan, destroyed my bed. And Daniela.
Just a humble citizen.
Yeah.
Hello.
I think this tour is really great.
Hello.
I think we've completed it.
Hello.
Yeah, he speaks in acronyms.
He speaks like a small child.
Yes. Anyway, we're
going
going
to
to
family intimacy.
cut to the chase, and discuss family and intimacy because it is weighing on us very deeply.
Yeah. Over to you, Danielle.
Okay. So family and intimacy is something that is changing in this modern world. And do you want to continue on that?
I'd love to. I thought you would explain why it is, but I'll discuss that. Thank you very much.
She's just a pretty face.
Marcel is going to just laugh. So the way that it's changing is that I guess in the Western world, we see the idea of the family, the ideal family, as this nuclear family, which is the mother, father, usually a couple of kids, white picket fence, dog. Father works traditionally, and mother is at the house, taking care of the housework. And so this ideal happened in the 50s, and it was created, I guess, in order to stimulate the economy. If families before this were usually multi-generational, and used to all live in one house, and so by creating this nuclear modality, we're able to move families a lot easier. So we can, in job roles, if the father is called to go to another place, he can pick up the whole family and go there quite easily because it's got less people and less complications. The larger the family, the more difficult it is, health impacts, all sorts of stuff like that. Having the mother at home means that the economy is boosted because we've got to spend more money and this whole household has to run, and a woman would have to pay for childcare if she wanted to go back to work, other implications like that. So the smaller the actual family that are living together, the more money that's required in order to run it. So that's why the government kind of wanted to boost up the nuclear family in life. In life,
Yeah.
yes. And made it popular. And then, of course, influences Hollywood and the like.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then in that whole shift in family, we've also seen that shift in intimacy. We're no longer relying on face-to-face interaction, but instead we find ourselves falling into the...
I think what
It's
Daniela is really trying to say is that we have an emerging trend of social networking applications.
That was what I was really trying to say.
Yes. Fantastic.
Thank you.
She's getting there. She's trying hard.
Technology is changing.
Technology. So I think the
way we
role
do
in
intimacy.
which we interact with one another is something that this dynamic is changing. And it's, I guess, for good and bad. We can interact with the world and life and one another quickly, easily, around the world. I can speak to you at home from this screen. Which,
Yeah. So what type of interaction is that called, Jason?
An online. Oh, we actually have the technical term for this.
Computer media.
This is. We're getting
it's not the one you wrote down.
a mediated quasi
No.
interaction.
It's not that one you wrote down.
No.
It's not that one.
It's computer media.
What is
But
it?
thank you for trying, Jason. Everyone give him a round of
Failed.
applause.
If this was this was Jeopardy. Oh my god.
Oh no.
Unfortunately.
How about list us some apps?
Some applications, some social applications.
Yeah.
So you've got Grindr, you've got Tinder,
Mm-hmm.
probably Blender. I've heard that before.
Mm-hmm.
Scruff, Harvest,
Hornet.
So
We tend to go for the sex.
But I mean, that's
clearly.
that's intimate.
They're very
like,
intimate.
That's, I mean, you can
Very.
go Facebook and Twitter, and I mean,
Of
they're all
course, Skype
social
and
apps,
things like that.
And you create an identity that's not.
You
It's
can
not
create an
real.
identity that's not real.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, you
That's
inevitably do.
affectation.
You inevitably do, because even if it's part of you, if you're only showing a part of you, it's not real. You know, you're not just one small part
No,
of
that's
yourself.
not true.
I think that's true.
I can go out and meet someone and show them a small part of my life. That doesn't mean it's not a true part of my life.
I think,
When you go on a first date, you don't tell everyone everything about your life.
yeah, and that's why it's not really
Deepest,
you.
darkest
But it's not
secrets.
really you either.
It
That's
doesn't mean
why,
it's
like-
not you. It's not. You don't have to lie.
I think
I don't know. I
they're
think
what they're trying
What
to
do
say.
you think?
you don't
okay.
know someone until
When-
you've known
when-
them for a while.
When you take away the face-to-face interaction and you're relying on computerized socializing, you're missing out on those social cues. So you're missing out on that symbolism that humans were created to communicate through their
Right.
facial features.
Right.
Yeah.
So